It's time to start the Combaticons. This is the Transformers Age of the Primes Deluxe Class Vortex, the first of the Combaticons to be released in a solid first entry into the team. Vortex here is a little bit of a mixed bag due to a few minor imperfections, but he has a solid transformation and solid articulation. He doesn't leave anything left to be desired. The plastic on Vortex feels solid, but obviously this being a deluxe doesn't feel as solid as something like a Voyager class or a Leader class, but a lot of people have said that the newer waves this year from Transformers have felt a lot more better in terms of the plastic quality and other stuff like the materials that we've been getting. But Vortex himself feels great, doesn't feel too loose. It does have some hollow bits down here, but nothing crazy, and also like the arms and stuff. But he feels good to hold in hand. Not the most solid figure ever, but still pretty nice. So Vortex here is a very good looking figure. I do have a few little qualms. This being a part of a combiner is not really the biggest problem in the world. That's not detrimenting him too incredibly bad, unlike Dragstrip for a Menasor. But I do have a few little complaints. These giant kibble bits on the sides of his arms are so hindering. You can still move his arm and do things, but it's just, he's got this giant mass on his freaking forearms, and it's really, really annoying. Also, with the propellers back here, I wish they kind of had a way to just lock in so they stayed in this X formation, which is how he's supposed to be, or however you want him. I wish you could just push it down and it would stay in a certain way instead of always be spinning. But yeah. Other than that, I don't have really too crazy qualms. Like I said, he's still a very solid figure with some great articulation, and he looks also really good, so yeah. Vortex comes with these two guns that can mount onto his wrists, as well as this big rifle. The propellers on his back can come off. I'll just show you what I like to do with them, because you can use these in different ways, but I like to just, if I'm doing it like this, to take this off, collapse this kibble back onto the arm, bring it up, turn it, something like that, and then take these, make the X, and then tap these on, and boom, spinny shield. Now, for Vortex's articulation, his head is on a ball joint, so he can look up, can't really look down, can do a full 360. You do get a little bit of tilt there, which is actually really, really nice. His shoulders can go up about that far. You can do a full 360, just clear the propellers back here, obviously. You do get a swivel at the bicep there, about 90 degrees of bend at the elbow, nothing at the wrists. His waist can do a full 360. Legs can come up that far, can go back that far. To get a swivel there at the thigh, bend at the knee, hella ankle tilt, which is really nice, and the toes can go down for transformation, and so can the heels if you need them to. I also forgot to mention that the foot can also go down if you needed to, but yeah, so there you go. So a pretty solid robot mode. Like I said, a few imperfections, but let's see how that transformation holds up. So now for Vortex's transformation. It is simple but intuitive. So first thing you're going to do is remove his little his wrist cannons here. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to come to his legs, you're going to straighten the toes out, and you're just going to connect these together, just like so. And then take his heels here, flip these down, take his toes, and flip these down just like so. Then we can do with the head here is rotate it all the way around, and then there's this little piece right here that we're just going to take out, and it's going to fit over the face, just like so. And then what you can do is you can take his shoulder things here, flip these up, take these sections on the arms and just collapse them like so. Same thing on this side. And then I'm going to remove this for the sake of just showing you how this works. You don't have to. I never do, but just for the sake of the video, I will. So then you're going to take his shoulders here and bring these down or up like so. And then you're going to bring them in. And while you're bringing them in, you're going to rotate them up so that they sit like that. And then you're going to do the same on this side. So just up and rotate in. And then those are going to tab together. Actually, flip this section around and then tab these together. Just like so. So that now his upper body is looking like that. And then you can come to this little gray piece here and just flip this down so that the tail of the helicopter looks like that. Then you can come to these bottom panels here on his legs, open these up, and then you're going to collapse the legs in, and there's two slots here that are going to do two tabs in there, so just fit that around this, and then clip that in place, and then you can flip these two panels back up like so. And then if you want, you can come back here and he has a landing gear on the back of his head, and you can just flip that down like so. And then we can take his propellers and reattach them and split them open like so. So yeah, there you go. Nice little helicopter mode right there. So, in my opinion, this is an incredibly solid helicopter mode. This gap right here on the sides for his body just does bug me a little bit, but you know, still good. Not the craziest thing. His propellers up here spin very freely, very nicely. Can't say the same for the ones on the back here. These are a little slower. As for his guns, you can take these, you can plug these up front here, like that, and then you can bring this one over here and tab it on the side like that if you want, and then you can take the bigger one and put it on this side if you want. You can just slide it on all those tabs and do whatever you want with it, but yeah, he's very cool. And in terms of the combine mode, I can bring in my pencil here, and we can undo. Actually, let me snap this in half, and then it's this slot right here. You just push that. Mine does not like to come out sometimes. Come on, there we go. Got him. I split him in half. Yeah, this is literally what Vortex's combine mode is gonna be. He's just gonna plop on Bruticus's arm like that. And if you want extra proof, I could show you. Here is Age of the Prime's Superion's arm. I don't have any of the aerial bots yet, and for some reason Vortex fits on Superion's arm. Maybe he'll be redecoed into Alpha Bravo, or maybe they're just gonna reuse this arm for Bruticus without like this thing. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, you can take the front half of Vortex here. You can just clip that on there, just like that. And then you can do, actually you want to flip the landing gear in his head up, and then you can attach this backside on this other part of his arm, like so. And yeah, there you go. Actually, I'll use my camera here so you can see this a bit better. And now he's on Superion's arm. And there's Vortex on Superion. They're probably gonna make this guy into Alpha Bravo. I mean, this is literally too perfect to not do that. And also, why not make them interchangeable? Like, I've taken Menassor's legs and put them on Superion. I've taken his arm. I put Dragstrip on Superion with Menassor's arm. So, it's when Bruticus, the full combiner, does come out, we should be able to swap limbs like that. Hopefully. If not, who cares? But at the same time, would be cool. I mean, other than plugging figures with the same ports onto these guys. But yeah, this is how I display Vortex. He's not in robot mode on the G1 shelf. He sits on Superion. So there you go. There's the Transformers Age of the Primes Vortex, and yeah, he's good. That's kind of I feel about him. He's a good figure. He's not bad by any means. It's just he has areas to improve upon. Obviously, this being deluxe, it's not going to be nowhere near the perfection of a commander class or even a leader class. But yeah, Bruticus is looking good so far. If you're a little slow on the TF news, Blastoff and Brawl were revealed, and we were shown like a render of Onslaught of what he could potentially look like. We don't know. But yeah, I hope Onslaught looks good, because if he doesn't, I'm gonna cry. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching this video while I can't speak. If you like what you see, go and hit that like button down below. If you want to see more from my channel, go and hit that subscribe button down below. If you want to see more from me, go ahead and check out my IG page, which is linked in my channel. And let me know in the comments if you're liking the new style of reviewing. I've upped the quality of the videos and kind of doing a different format, so if it's good, let me know. If it's trash and I should quit YouTube, let me know as well. With that being said, thank y'all so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.